Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back to my kitchen. So today we are going to be making Ina Gardner's roasted chicken with potatoes. So I just want to take a moment and say a huge thank you to all of my subscribers for Fat Boy Cooking. Your support really does mean a lot to me, whether you're trying the recipe, leaving a comment, or just watching the video. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos and recipes. So with that being said, let's get our ingredients, get our aprons, and let's get started. For our roasted chicken and potatoes, we're going to need the following: 8 bone-in chicken thighs, salt, pepper, buttermilk, olive oil, Dijon mustard, white wine, fresh thyme, paprika, yellow potatoes, and garlic. If you enjoy my content and want to help support the channel, hit the join button below this video. So I've got my chicken in a deep bowl, and to this I'm going to add in my salt and pepper. And then we're going to give this a quick toss. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with buttermilk. Need to make sure and shake this up. And what the buttermilk is going to do is going to give the chicken a little bit of sweetness, and then it will also help to tenderize the chicken. All right, now let me grab me a spoon real quick. Be careful not to make too big of a mess. We want to make sure all the chicken is covered with the buttermilk. And there we go. So now what we're going to do, yep, there we go, there's the mess. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this marinate for 4 hours, and we don't want to let it go no more than 12, because if so, then the chicken will be too tender. Ideally, if you like, you can place this into a Ziploc bag and place it in the fridge, but I'm just going to cover this with some foil, some plastic wrap, and let it sit in the fridge for about 4 hours. All right, so I've removed my chicken from my buttermilk marinade, and I've shaked off the excess. And so now we're going to take us a good olive oil, and we are going to cover the bottom of our baking dish with our oil. I'm going to make sure we get a good amount in here. And make sure it's all covered across the bottom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take and set our chicken in here. Come on. There we go. You're fighting me. I need to get a better set of tongs is what I need to do. Over there. There. Room for another one. Okay. Alright. So let me get this put out of the way. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be making a little mustard glaze, for lack of a better term. And we are going to be mixing about 4 tablespoons of Dijon mustard with a couple of tablespoons of a good dry white wine. And this is going to add a new layer of flavor to our chicken. There we go. Get all that wine out. Get this out of the way. And now we're going to just brush this onto our chicken. Alright, there we go. Get this out of the way. So now we are going to sprinkle a little bit of salt, and I'm using kosher salt, onto our chicken. And we're going to use a little bit of some crushed, or I'm using a coarse ground pepper. And then some smoked paprika. Almost on that last one. And there we go. And then we are going to top this off with some fresh thyme. So now we're going to throw this into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. So our chicken has been going in the oven for 30 minutes. So now we are going to remove it from the pan. And we're going to set it in a plate. Alright, now we are going to set this to the side, out of the way. And we are going to grab our potatoes, salt, pepper, and some minced garlic. So we're going to take our potatoes and put these in the juices. And we're going to sprinkle about a teaspoon of salt. And then about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And then our garlic. And we're going to give this a good toss. Make sure our potatoes get all covered in the juices. Or the drippings, whatever you want to call them. Come on. Separate. There we go. And one last toss. Kind of level these out a in the oven for another 30 minutes. So this has been cooking for 30 minutes. And now what we want to do, we want to remove our chicken. And then we are going to put this back in the oven at 425 to cook the potatoes for another 15 minutes. Okay, so these have been going an additional 15 minutes in the oven. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place our chicken back on top of our potatoes. And this is generally going to be for serving because we're going to just serve directly out of the dish to our guests. Yep. All right, let me get this out the way. We're going to get us a dish, and now we are going to serve us up. Where did I lost my, oh, here it is. All the way on the other side of the kitchen. Make sure I don't burn myself. So, whoops. We're going to also serve this up like this. Get us some of these potatoes. And the smell is just wonderful. So we're going to get us some of these drippings and we're going to pour over. And there we go. All right, so now we have got us some roasted chicken with potatoes. We're going to give our potatoes a try. And they are really tender. Oh yeah. Very, very good. Chicken is perfectly tender. Try to get me a piece of potato to go with this. Very, very good. So, yeah, I hope that you give this recipe a try. Let me know in the comments below what you think and if you enjoyed it. So, as always, I want to thank you for watching. So, I hope you enjoy this recipe. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of my upcoming cooking inspirations. So until next time, enjoy cooking in the kitchen, and I'm going to finish this chicken and potatoes.